Okay, they just here for years, it's the Mizzle Dub Show. Always checking in, cause you know we love sports. Ayy, they just hit 100, so it's time to get some out. Ayy, yeah, just two brothers, yeah, y'all. Come tune in, they got guests, they got others, yeah, y'all. Come sit and chat, they got talks like no others, yeah, y'all. Cause it's a family up in here, we love each other, yeah, y'all. Let's see what they say tonight, yeah. It's the Mizzle Dub Show, yeah, the Mizzle Dub Show, yeah. Mizzle Dub Show, yeah, the Mizzle Dub Show. It's the Mizzle Dub Show, yeah, the Mizzle Dub Show, yeah. Mizzle Dub Show, yeah, the Mizzle Dub Show.
Still can't believe that young man is about to be 18 freaking years old.
Don't remind me. Well, he's screwed because now he has to adult and pay bills now.
That's right.
Life is now over for the young man.
Well, he has been paying bills for the past almost 2 years because he's been having a job. So
he's already so he already understands what adulting is. So to my other nephew, William, enjoy being a teenager while you can, because once you graduate, life is over for you. Anyhow, welcome to episode number 395 of the Mizzle and Dub Show here. Almost a high noon edition, if you will.
Oh yeah. We're 9 minutes away, but you know, what's our saying? It's 5 o'clock some damn where.
It always is. Absolutely. Got a pitcher's duel going on in the Bronx right now as the West Sacramento A's and the New York Yankees are scoreless right now.
Well, it's blacked out. It's blacked out here for some odd reason.
Really? You really can't get the NBC Sports California version?
Oh no, I can. I just went to the app to see, but it's blacked up on the app. But you know me. If I want to watch it, I'll watch it. Right now, I got the Twins. Yeah. I got the Twins and Tigers.
Oh yeah, Twins and Tigers. Yes.
As nobody cares about the Sacramento A's.
As Josh Bell's home run is the only run right now in Minnesota, as it's 1-0 in the top of the fifth. Yes. Earlier, game the Miami Marlins 8-5 to start. 8-5 to start the year, and they beat the Reds 8-1. Both teams with 8-5 records. Also coming up on the schedule today, a light schedule on this Thursday here, and
it's travel day.
Yeah, it is. It is getaway day, travel day. Mets and Diamondbacks at 4. Also coming up at 4. Also coming up at 4, White Sox and the Royals in Kansas City, and the much improved Rockies at 6-6, taking on the Padres with the Sam Dunk record. Also, Mason Miller, who was originally the A's closer but was traded to the Padres of Western Prospects, he is currently at a 26 2/3 scoreless innings streak at the moment. Of course, the record held by Oral Hershiser, of course, who broke Ron Dyson record in his magical season of 1988. But yesterday, the Giants pitched back-to-back shutouts and took 2 of 3 from a very good Phillies team. So hopefully,
let's not get too ahead of ourselves here.
Hey, it's still back-to-back shutouts. Hopefully, they can take that momentum into Baltimore, as it is the Battle of Orange and Black for the weekend between the Giants and the O's. But I will say, for those that are trying to watch, the only way you can watch that game is on Apple TV. That is an Apple TV game on tomorrow. So there you go with that.
Right.
So here's the rundown for the weekend series in MLB. Obviously, we just talked about the Giants taking on the Orioles. Diamondbacks will head to Philadelphia after they leave Flushing, Queens, New York. Speaking of Flushing, Queens, New York, the Mets will welcome the West Sacramento A's. So the A's continue their New York swing. They go from the Bronx to Flushing, Queens.
Makes sense. You're already out there.
Division rivals get together at the friendly confines of Wrigley. That's an 11:20 a.m. game tomorrow between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs. Marlins will take their trip down to the Motor City to take on the Tigers. That's a 3:40 p.m. start. The Angels go to Cincinnati. That's also a Apple TV game, as they will take on the Reds. Twins will go up north to the Maple Leaf to take on the Blue Jays. Yankees go down to Tampa to take on the Rays. Guardians and Braves in Atlanta. White Sox and Royals in Kansas City. Nationals head over to Miller Lite to take on the Brewers. All-time traditional franchises, the Red Sox heading to St. Louis to take on the Cardinals. Again, Padres and Rockies continue their series. And the Astros and Mariners, who battled it out for the division last year, get together. And that bastard team in LA takes on the Texas Rangers. So that's your matchup.
Oh, what were you thinking?
That is your matchups for the MLB.
Boy, some of these teams must still be in spring training mode because that
horrible
player, I don't know what he was thinking,
or wasn't.
Well, he wasn't thinking because he decided that on a fly ball he was going to take a nice long lead off the second base.
Yeah,
and Aaron Judge did was catch the ball and throw it right back to first base, and with one out, by the way.
Well,
so the running back at first base made the third out. You're never supposed to do that.
You got to make sure the ball is going to fall. They always tell you. They always tell you freeze on a line drive, go halfway. If it's caught, go back.
We were taught that where you can make it back.
We were taught that in Little League, but what do I know? Anyhow, Sharks took a tough one at the tank last night on the chin. They tied the game, but the Oilers said, "Screw that, we're ending this game early."
That's enough.
And the Oilers got the win 5-2. Sabres beat the Rangers 5-3, and the Capitals shut out the Maple Leafs 4-0. But the Sharks have to scratch it up because they're back on the ice tonight. They're in Anaheim against the Ducks,
who they beat a couple of days ago, right?
Yes. The Golden Knights are on the road in Seattle against the Kraken. Maple Leafs in Long Island against the Islanders. Blue Jackets against the Sabres. Lightnings and the Canadiens. Predators against the Senators. Red Wings and Flyers. Penguins and Devils. Jets and Blues. Hurricanes and Blackhawks. Wild and Stars. The Flame and the Avalanche. Mammoth and the Predators. Big matchup there. Canucks and the Kings. So what does that all mean
for the
standings in the Stanley Cup? Well, right now, the Sharks once again are 2 points behind the Kings. Which needs the Kings to lose. And then, of course, tonight you have Utah taking on the Mammoth. That's huge there also. But more so, you want the Mammoth to win because, obviously, the Mammoth have 88 points to the Predators' 84. The Sharks have 81 points. So, obviously, for those who know, in hockey, if you win, you get 2 points. Overtime loss, you get a point. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So, right now, the Sharks need to take care of business in Anaheim.
Mm-hmm.
Then Vancouver, you hope to beat the Kings. And
yes.
then you hope the Mammoth beat the Nashville Predators. And then if the Sharks do get the win and those two teams loses, then you possibly could have the Sharks underneath the Predators with 2 games to go in the playoffs. Now, again, as we've previously said, regardless of what happens,
tremendous season.
The Sharks have our attention for 26-27. We're full-fledged in.
Yes.
With the way Celebrini and Smith and the other Shark players have certainly bought into the rebuild and doing what they do, certainly the Sharks will have bigger expectations going into 26-27, but still have an outside shot to get the last wildcard spot. Obviously, right now they are chasing the Predators, and obviously the Kings are right there with them. So we'll keep an eye on that. All those games of greater importance.
Absolutely.
What we do know is the road through it all in the NBA goes through Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, again, as the Thunder, the defending champions, officially stamp their claim as the number 1 overall seed in the NBA playoffs and will have home court throughout the entirety of their run in these playoffs. Obviously, the last show we did, the Detroit Pistons in the East. Everything goes through them. Hello, Orange. How are you? So there you go. But
like I said to you last night, I'm deeply moved.
About the Thunder?
Yes, deeply moved.
Here's what we do know. Also, the Spurs guaranteed to be the 2 seed, so the fight for three through 6 continues.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we do know that Nuggets, Lakers, Rockets, Wolves have clinched spots, but okay, we'll say it like this: Minnesota is going to stay in the 6th seed. They can't go no higher because they got 47 wins, and they have 2 games left. So even if they were wins of both, they won't get to 50 wins. They would finish with a high of 49 if they won both games. Now, currently, right now as it stands, Denver right now is the number 3 seed in the Western Conference. They have skipped over the Lakers and the Rockets. Right now, technically, the Lakers and Rockets have the same identical 50 and 29 records for the 4 and 5 seed. However, the Lakers right now at the moment, dealing with injuries to Austin Reeves and
leaking a lot of oil.
And certainly, if you're the Warriors, you would love nothing more than to add to their wounds tonight. Final home game at Chase Center. So obviously, you know the rules. Beat LA, go Warriors.
Always.
Yes, always. Indeed. So the Nuggets' final 2 games. It'll be just a playoff preview because I'm pretty sure they will see each other down the road. Nuggets and Thunders, again, nothing to play for because both are in the playoffs. Obviously, if you're the Nuggets, you want to hold on to the 3 seed.
Yes.
They play tonight. And, I'll tell you what. The Nuggets will be fully engaged in playoff mode because they're taking on the top 2 seeds to close out their season in the Thunder and the Spurs. So this could be...
Oh, that'll be a big test.
Yeah, it'll be iron sharpening iron for the Denver Nuggets.
Absolutely.
In regards to how they close out their season. For the Lakers, game against the Warriors tonight. That game's on Prime Video for those that don't have access to NBC Sports Bay Area. And, of course, the Lakers finish out their season at home with the Suns and at home with the Jazz on Friday. And, of course, everything ends on Sunday the 12th. For the Houston Rockets, they close out the season with Minnesota. That's also a Prime Video game on Friday. And they play tonight at 5 against Philadelphia at home. And they close out the season at home. So the Rockets have 3 straight home games. Sixers tonight, Timberwolves Friday, Sunday against the Grizzlies. So we'll keep an eye on that.
And my Sixers are just dropping down in the seedings. And there will be no Embiid tonight. So they went from 6th to 7th, from 7th to now in that good old 8th spot.
Yeah, but again,
they can jump back as
high
as 5, though.
They're right there because Atlanta and Toronto are not pulling away. So
no.
So with Atlanta, they are at 45-35. So Atlanta has Cleveland again, this time at home. Cavaliers won the first game on the 8th, 122-116. So they get the Hawks again, or they get the Cavaliers again tonight, but the Hawks are at home in Atlanta. Then they close out the season at home against the Wizards. That's the Cavaliers situation. That's Atlanta's situation. Oh, I'm sorry. Atlanta at home against the Cavaliers. Then they finish the season in Miami against the Heat with their 2 games remaining. They currently hold the 5 seed with a 45-35 record. Toronto at 44-35. They close out the season against the Knicks at the Mecca. They play Miami. They play Miami at home tonight, and then they close out the season at home Sunday against Brooklyn.
They'll get that Brooklyn win, I think.
All right. Now, currently Orlando, half game behind Toronto with same amount of wins, 1 less loss. Orlando's last 2 games, as they beat Minnesota last night, soundly 132-120. They have the Bulls, who are in complete disarray. On Friday. Then Sunday, which is an ESPN game, they close out the season on the parquet floor in Boston against the Celtics. So
2 out of 1.
Keep that in mind. Now we get to the Sixers. And that is a triple by Muncy. And the A's have a runner out nobody out in the top of the 7th.
He just missed it. He missed the homer.
He went down to get that.
Oh, yeah. He was golfing.
Yeah.
It was golfing for sure.
And I mean, Cody Bellinger is as good as it comes when it comes to playing good center field defense.
Yeah. And he had 2 hands on the bat still, so that was a good follow through.
Yeah.
Oh, he missed it by like 3 inches.
Oh, boy, that is as close as you can get.
Yeah, like I said, missed it by 3 inches.
Soderstrom just ripped that and just went foul.
Oh, just didn't touch the white chalk.
That definitely was going to be a double for sure. Oh, man.
It just didn't touch the white chalk.
Yeah, just foul. I mean, all you need is a fly ball deep enough and you're on the board.
That is true. Just put it in play.
Yeah.
Well, put it in play in the outfield, not in the infield.
Yeah.
And the runner at third, please be smart.
That would help.
Because we've been seeing a lot of fuck-ups at third base a lot so far this season. Like they're still in spring training mode.
And that will get it done. That's a base hit.
Okay, Brandon. Welcome to the show as always. But why are we mad at CJ Stroud? Do tell.
When is he not mad at CJ Stroud?
But we're not even in the season ain't even begun yet. We're close to the draft. We'll sprinkle a few.
What's the main reason why you're upset at CJ Stroud? What's the number one main reason why you are upset at CJ Stroud?
Yeah, that'll work.
Of course, as we talked about with Mizzle Sixers, on the road in Houston against the Rockets, on the road in Indiana against the Pacers, and they close out the season against the Bucks on Sunday. So there's that. So Miami, they're staying in the 10th, so there ain't nothing there.
One big one because of him. Everyone has to listen to loud Patriot fans for 12 months and 5 years. So
Brandon, this is what you tell them. Okay? Does not change the fact that you still have the most losses in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, this is true.
You're nothing more than a 500 team with a 500 record in the Super Bowl. Yes, you have the same amount of Super Bowls as the Steelers. True enough. Can't deny that. You also have the same amount of losses as you do the same amount of Lombardis. So that makes you an even team in the Super Bowl. And I don't want
Wardell tonight.
Oh, Jesus. Well, there goes that. Okay. So I don't want to hear about, but with Brady, I don't want to hear about with Brady. Overall, as a franchise, you are a 500 Super Bowl team. The defense rest. Okay. I can talk about, 10-11 loss, but my team overall is 5-3. Period. It just is what it is.
Yeah, my team is just a nice 3-2. Yeah, 3-2. We suck. No, just kidding.
But
we're above 500. So,
but they look to be trending in the right direction. That's always a good thing.
Oh, hey.
So we will find out. I mean, well, they got to get there first.
No, well, you're rather new still. First, not new, I would say, but yeah.
Well, first off, they have to get the 0-4 out of the division round because you guys have not won a division playoff game.
No, just true.
And you guys have had some very good teams that should have gotten to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, I just don't know how you guys didn't get far with Andre Johnson. I mean, man.
That's a very talented guy. But however, new season, things could happen. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Anyhow, currently, that's not true either. They've had plenty of home playoff games because they've won the AFC South Division how many times?
Yeah, well, they beat my Raiders in the playoffs.
That too. Real quickly, before we get back into sports, really can't believe it's already been 5 years since we lost the dog, which is still painful for me. Because of course I was along with our one of our loyal followers, Mr. McDonald, a huge fan of Mr. Earl Simmons. But it was on this date in 2021 where we lost the great, passionate, raw MC of Yonkers, New York.
Because somebody gave him some laced drugs.
Yes.
Wow.
And he fought. It looked like he was going to come out of it, but they put him on the ventilator, and the family said he has suffered enough, and he went on home. And of course, the Rough Riders gave him a very ceremonial homegoing, as only the Rough Riders can do. But certainly, with Earl Simmons, who made one of the greatest poems of all time on Def Comedy Jam, where he talked about the industry. And if you never saw that, go to YouTube and just type DMX, the industry, and the man broke it down as only Earl Simmons could break it down. Of course, I am not the biggest Jay-Z fan in the world, but Jay-Z told a tremendous story about they were on the Cash Money host, or they were on the Money Cash host tour, and DMX was the opener. Now keep this in mind, folks, and just to remind you of just how great Earl Simmons was at the time. He was the only hip hop artist that put out 2 multi-platinum albums in the same year. He was the first. He did it with It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Also did with Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood.
Got both of those albums.
Yes. So
I got everything he put out, basically. Let's just be real about that.
He was hot stuff during that tour, but Jay-Z was the headliner.
You want to know what?
Go ahead.
The first time I heard of him was actually on the Lox's track with Lil' Kim.
Money, Power, Respect, yes.
Yeah, that's the very first time I heard DMX, and I'm like, who's this guy? And I think I was in, I want to say, Oregon, when we went up to play a basketball tournament up there in up north. And I bought the Yuck Mouth CD and his CD and started it from first to last. Didn't even skip. Dog, that's my man's in there. That's how you open up an album with that.
Still my favorite intro into a CD of all time.
Next to Cash Money intros, you damn right.
But for me, I first heard him on James Todd Smith's track 54321. That's where I came across DMX.
Well, didn't the Money Power Respect came out before that one? I might be.
No. I think okay.
The LL album come out first, because in that case, then I heard him on LL then. But I swore the Lox album came out before. Well, LL.
No. It was definitely before the Lox came out, because Lox, you didn't hear about the Lox until 97.
Okay, so then I did hear DMX on LL Cool J, because I know the album you're talking about.
I want to say it's the Mr. Smith album.
You could be right. You could be right, though. Pretty much that would have been a good cover group. Oh, yeah.
No. Not that song.
Don't you just love the net?
Oh, okay. So it came out in the same year in '97. So
okay. So I think I heard. I knew I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was on the Phenomenon album, where
Yes.
you heard 4-3-2 5-4-3-2-1.
Yeah.
Now, let's see if Money Power Respect came out in the same year.
It's the key to life. No, I need to download it now. Because now it's gonna be stuck in my head so I hear it. That's when Lil Kim was still Little Kim.
Yeah, before she looked like an Asian.
No, before she looked like that Gremlin character in part 2.
That too, and an Asian. Okay, so it was recorded in '97, but did not get released until '98.
So we heard DMX first on LL. Okay.
Yes. Then of course, Earl. But back to the Jay. Yes, D to the M to the X. We're making reference to the song "Where the Hood At" on his Grand Champ album.
Mm-hmm.
But back to the Jay-Z story. So Jay-Z was talking about how the lights go out. Of course, the intro plays. He's barking. Goes from barking to rapping. Takes his shirt off. Then goes from taking the shirt off to crying. Everybody in the audience is crying. And then he says a prayer. And then Jay-Z's like, I got 55 more days of this? Now, again, not the biggest Jay-Z fan. And certainly not and certainly not a fan with that wannabe Cam Newton, whatever kind of dreads you got in your hair that just makes you look uglier type of look.
Stop it.
Where's the lie? I mean, certain hairdos don't look right on certain people. Whatever the heck Sean Carter got on his head don't look right with him. Joe Camel does not look like having the Predator's hairstyle.
Stop it.
Where's the lie?
Stop it. The internet is wrong for that picture. They are so wrong for that picture. Sorry.
But obviously, I mean, DMX, one of the most rawest, passionate, real MCs to ever grace the mic. Definitely talked about the real life struggle. Talked about his infidelities. Talked about, love for people and what he did for people. Even though he never would, broadcast because that just wasn't his style. And I will always regret, because he did live in Arizona for a time, and he lived in Arizona at the same time I lived in Arizona, and I am highly upset that he came to my job and I was off. And I was like, damn it.
Oh.
Exactly.
I think I've seen him perform once before.
Now, that's
I want to say he was part of the 50 Cent tour. That one year we saw 50 Cent. I think DMX was there too.
Oh, that would have been great to see.
I think I seen him once.
But yeah, that definitely would have been great to see. I definitely would have paid to watch him go live. So certainly just want to take a few minutes and talk about the great Earl Simmons.
Nothing wrong with that.
And just how much he is definitely missed by us, the fans that
But you know what? We did get excuse me. We did get something very good and classical out of him. Him and Snoop Dogg on the verses. Yeah. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
So
it was great because, I mean, we all know DMX is not necessarily a freestyle rapper.
No,
even though
he can.
In his earlier days, he was more so. Yes, absolutely. As he got older, just wasn't his thing. But of course, you got to have the right beat for him, and that was the key thing. It's like it's got to be the right beat, if you will.
Well, that's why he had Swiss Beats.
That is true. Swiss Beats rocking the beats, if you will. But that is here nor there, but certainly the dog is missed, and I mean, certainly one of a kind. Certainly one of a kind. Certainly none like him. The great DMX we lost 5 years ago today, but certainly is not forgotten, and certainly kept alive with his music. And that's the first hit for the Yankees of the day. Didn't know that. Didn't know the Yankees were hitless until right now. But anyhow, there is a tournament going on, and it is the battle for the green jacket. Right now, what's going on, Oos?
Oh,
how are you? But there is a tournament going. But there is a tournament going around. It is the battle for the green jacket in Augusta, Georgia, called the Masters right now.
This is the only round of time I watch golf.
It is the first day, and currently, right now, currently it's a tie for first, as Burns and Roy McIlroy are even with a -5.
Yeah, Roy McIlroy can get there, but then we know what happens afterwards.
Well, didn't he win it last year? Hold on. Okay. Now to do some research. I know he's won recently.
Boy, the spot for third place is very enticing.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, somebody's out the sand.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So, yes, Roy McIlroy won it last year. So the defending champion is...
Okay. So the year before, I think it was the year before where he was just dominating. Then he got to the weekend, and the weekend just was not his best friend.
Yeah, sometimes Sunday can make or break you. Masters Sunday. Well, I mean, we're only...
What, a week and a half?
16 days away.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, about a week and a half. Yeah, so I'm ready. Well, we already know who's on the clock, and it ain't the Raiders. The Jets are on the clock. Let's just be real.
Yes.
Soon as the commissioners opens it up, he should just stand there.
Soon as the fan base that's going to be in Pittsburgh starts booing when he walks out, then it officially begins.
He should just walk out with the card in his hand and announce that it's open. Hey, that was a hell of a shot. Ooh.
Which also means, folks, you'll be hearing one David B. Fleming during the coverage of the Masters, because that's when he's not doing Giants baseball, because he's doing the Masters. So
this is right.
That's why FP Santangelo has been subbing in with John Miller. As Unc comes in and says, Saturday is known as moving day at the Masters. Well,
that's where it starts breaking down.
Yeah, I mean, the goal is to make it to Sunday in Augusta. That's the key thing. And the Yankees have 2 outs.
Oh, what a hit!
One is at second.
Man, that was a good hit. Oh, he's in the green.
Yankees are trying to tie the game. A's have a 1-0 lead, and that's outside ball 1. Well, here's the thing, Oos.
They only signed him for $1.3 million.
Kubiak and Cousins have a history. They spent 3 seasons together in Minnesota.
His best years.
I mean, any ideal situation is you don't want the rookie to start right away. Now, again, as Mizzle said on our last show, unless Mendoza blows them out of water in training camp, then of course, take the wheels off, let the young man play. But now, there is some stuff going on, as a past comment has reared its ugly head of something he said many moons ago about the George Floyd situation. Now, hopefully, now again, and JP made a very great point when he said, okay, are we beyond forgiveness? Are we beyond not letting the young man have a second chance to redeem himself. And I mean, not just him, but just anybody. Like, are we beneath forgiveness? Because I mean, and now again, for those that are believers, you'll understand what I mean when I say this. How many times have we asked God to forgive us, and God forgives us and gives us chance after chance after chance? But yet,
fair enough.
But yet, us as human beings, we are as stubborn as a mule, and we seem to be beyond forgiveness. Now, I get it. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I get it. I understand it. I do. However, why are people not allowed to redeem themselves? And the A's are out of the jam. Yankees leave 2. They go to the 8th in the Bronx, and the A's still holding on to a win of the league. So, there's that. But, I mean... well, he just might, but, I mean... he does know the offense, and I'm sure he can teach Mendoza some things. Although I will say this, I think the one now obviously everybody else will benefit, but I think the one person that might benefit the most is Ashton Genty. Yep. He might benefit the most with this run scheme that Kubiak is going to implement. Not to mention,
and he has an offensive line now.
Not to mention, you signed the most coveted free agent from the trenches, that is, in Linderbaum, to be the anchor of that offense. So it could be a very big sophomore year from Ashton Genty up here in the Valley.
And again, as I say, he got almost 1,000 yards with a crappy offensive line. So
that part.
Yeah, he benefits very well from all of this.
Absolutely. So we'll keep you up to date on what's going on in Augusta, in addition to what's going on. So the Big Ten pockets $69.4 million in revenue from the NCAA tournament. Well, I mean, you did have two of your teams in your conference get to the Final Four, and one of them winning it. Which again, congratulations to the Michigan Wolverines. Hail to the victors as they win their second national championship, their first since 1989, and the first national championship for the Big Ten since Mizzle and I were juniors in high school when Mateen Cleaves and Michigan State won the national title.
Now, if that's not a throwback name right there, Mateen Cleaves, wow. Yikes.
You swore the man had too much teeth.
The way he smiled, you think he could have been the logo. You think he could have been the logo, yeah. Him, Elway, and Vance Joseph. Line it up.
I don't know. His teeth was too straight to be the logo.
Okay, so then it's him and Mr. Ed, huh? Okay, I'm gonna stop.
That's funny right there. I don't care who you are, but Michigan, again, they fought off UConn would not go away. They fought, and it seemed like every time UConn would get within 5, it seemed like Michigan made a big basket to keep the pace. 69-63 was the final score.
Just think about that. All the blocks that Michigan had.
Oh, yeah.
UConn was getting to the basket.
Yeah.
It's just that defense was just tough.
But I mean, yes, they were getting to the basket, but again, as you and I were talking with, TG in our chat, but it was Michigan's length that was making the shots difficult for UConn to make.
But as you said, you called it. You said, well, we both kind of agreed with it, but you said whoever won that Arizona-Michigan game would be the national champion. And spoke it right into fruition.
And I mean,
I just knew that And well, kudos to UConn because they're the first team to not allow the Wolverines to score 90 points.
Yeah,
90
did not
points.
score 90.
So good defensive battle both ways.
It was a hard-earned 69. Yeah, absolutely. Their defense has been stellar all year long.
That's the best way to put it, Oos.
As Mizzle has pointed out. I mean, they finished the year 37-3, which, I mean, you can't complain about that. But, I mean, I think the difference in this game was Michigan got to the line 28 times. UConn only got to the line 16 times. But now, again, I understand why they do because they want to get much revenue and much tickets as they possibly can. But, however, trying to shoot the ball in a football stadium is not necessarily the best thing in the world for college basketball. Now, again, I understand why they do it. Because, like I said, you want to get as much ticket price, much ticket sales and ticket revenue, and fit as many people in the stands. But the left side of the rim, both teams had trouble shooting the basketball on that rim.
So really, nobody had an advantage then. That's how I look at it.
True, but
I get what you're saying though, in all theory and all, but to me, it's like there was no advantage. Can't nobody say, oh well, this, that, and the third.
No, because I mean, UConn was 9 of 33 for 3-point range. Michigan was 2 of 15. So I mean, like I said, it balanced out. Now again, this is just me being an old school fan. Sometimes I just miss the intimacy of being in a basketball arena. Which, did you get some bad news?
76ers star Joel Embiid has been diagnosed with appendicitis. I think is that what that says? And Lord. Will undergo surgery this afternoon in Houston.
Oh, that's emergency stuff. That means the appendix is getting ready to be taken out. That's what it sounds like. Wow.
This guy is just, man, like the Bob Sanders of basketball.
True words never spoken. That is as boy, you cannot. Accurate statement.
That hit me. Look, this hurts. Jimmy Butler goes down.
Yes.
And then all I can just sit here and say in explicit words, everybody know what I was saying. Okay. They're like, okay, still got Curry. Then he goes down for 2 fucking months. And now Embiid, thank goodness Paul George is back on the court. He's starting to look like playoff P a little bit. So, man, it's just tough to be a fan.
Yeah, the ends don't justify the means.
Yeah.
In this situation. So yeah, so some more breaking news here on the Mizzle and Dove show. That's wild. Wild. However, now we'll see what happens with that. But the last time the Final Four was played in a basketball savvy arena was the old Continental Airlines Arena in '96. When Kentucky won their national championship over Syracuse. That was the Tony Delk, Antoine Walker led Kentucky Wildcats.
Did you just say Tony Delk?
I sure did. Absolutely, I did.
Or the Tony Delk that played with the Dubs?
Yeah. Tony Delk could shoot the rock.
You said Antoine Walker?
Yeah.
Whoo, boy. That's showing our age right there.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Yikes.
That's
crazy.
But now, where's that next year? I know they were just
in Vegas.
No, Vegas is 2028.
Then where could it be?
Where are they going?
San Antonio?
I feel like they were just there recently. Oh, it'll be in Detroit at Ford Field. And the last time the Final Four was in Detroit, Michigan was a very good day to be a Tar Heel. That was where North Carolina won one of their national championships under Roy Williams in Detroit, Michigan.
Was that the revenge year because they lost it the year before?
No, that was the Sean May led Tar Heels that just mollywopped the national title opponent.
Oh, yeah, that's when May was out there hitting them corner threes like it was nothing. That whole year, well, because you know why? They had a bunch of seniors. That's what that was. There wasn't really too many underclassmen on that squad.
Oh, that was when North Carolina just mollywopped Michigan State.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Izzo. Not really.
Yeah, 89-72, and that's where Carolina won their 5th national championship at the time. They set the record for the most points in a first half with 55 and a largest halftime lead of 21. Wayne Ellington was named the MVP of the tournament. Was named the best player of the tournament. Yikes! 79,922 was at that game on April the 6th to watch Carolina get it done. It was the second title under Roy Williams.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. It was their 5th title, 9th title game, 18th overall Final Four at that time. So there you go. Wayne Ellington scored 115 points during the tournament, if you will. So
yeah, he was balling. Yeah. Was it the guard? Right, the guard. Did he play the guard or the forward? Was he the forward or the guard? I think it was
he was.
Guard.
So during that season, North Carolina finished the year 34-4. Ellington was a guard, shooting guard. He was 6 for 4. It was Larry Drew, Wayne Ellington, Will Graves, Danny Green was on that team. Ty Lawson, Tyler Hansborough,
yes.
Tyler Zeller,
yes.
Yeah. So there you go. Okay. So.
Correct.
Okay. So Sean May was on the first Roy Williams national title team, not the second, the first one. Okay. There we go. All right. Now it's all starting to come back. All right. So.
A lot of seniors on that squad, too.
Yeah. Very senior laden team. Now, speaking of the Tar Heels, as they go out of left field and hire former Nuggets coach Mark Malone to be the head coach. Exactly. So, as a person that bleeds Tar Heel blue, what are your thoughts on this? Some might say a stretch of an hire, which again, Mark Malone's a fantastic coach. He was assistant on the Warriors.
Yes.
Obviously, was the head coach of the Nuggets when the Nuggets won the finals, in 2023 against Miami. Was let go in a odd, strange standoff with the organization, but I mean, an NBA champion coach is an NBA champion coach no matter who you are. But just how do you? What's your gauge on him now running the show in Chapel Hill?
Can he recruit? That's going to be the thing. I mean, it's not hard to recruit in NBA. You just throw a bunch of money. Well, I guess, do they do NIL too? No. Do they? I don't think so. But you throw money at these players and they come and sign. But you have to woo these young men to come play. Well, I mean, of course, it's North Carolina, so you're going to get that there. And only thing I can think of is that he's going to be bringing a winning kind of attitude because he has won a final, so he knows what it takes. But can he do the grind of college basketball, unlike the NBA, which is a little bit different? So we'll see. I mean, is this the first time that they have hired a non-alum in a while?
Yeah. Yeah.
Normally, you have to be some part of North Carolina to get that coaching position. So, I mean, they're trying something new. Let's see. You know me. I reserve my judgment until I can't just give him go off one season. I want to see what he can. If he recruits well and he beats Duke.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, obviously that's the important thing. If you beat the team down, if you beat the team down Tobacco Road, that's a good start.
Absolutely, you will win the fan base right there.
Yeah. Now, I mean, again, if the alumni is on board with it, then you take that and you run with it.
Yeah, exactly. If he got backed by the alums, and which it seemed like they were present there in his press conference. So, I mean.
And not to mention, you have the Jordan brand, so that's not going anywhere.
Absolutely. I mean, the name speaks for itself.
Yeah,
North Carolina Tar Heels.
So
let's just see if the prestige of the program still gets the players to come, which, everybody probably wants to wear that Tar Heel blue. But if he can recruit, like I said, beat Duke and keep us relevant, I'm not expecting a quick turnaround, So we'll see. But going out of left field, that was shocking when I read that. So
yeah, it is definitely mind-boggling to say the least. But
did not see that. I did not see that coming at all.
New direction going on in Chapel Hill, and certainly the best of luck to Mark Malone. He can certainly try to bring them together. Last night on the court, we had the Cavaliers beating the Hawks 122-116. Magic beating the Timberwolves 132-120. Pistons over the Bucks 137-111. And good to see Cade Cunningham back on the court.
Yes.
After going
Kid is fun to watch play basketball.
Only missed 11 games, which is shocking at that's how many games he missed, but he's back out there on the court, hoping to lead the Pistons their first NBA Finals appearance since the 2004-2005 season when they lost to the Spurs in 7. There was something going on between him and the organization. That's all I know. It was a very weird, messy ending to his tenure in Denver. It really
could it been him and Jokic probably didn't get along? Yeah. It takes either it's either upper management, they wanted him to do something that he disagreed upon, or the biggest star player was like, yo,
get him out.
We need different direction.
He go or I go.
Yeah,
and they
absolutely.
And they chose Jokic.
Which is honestly
smart
if you ask me. Jokic is like, you know what? I can just go train my horses. I don't need this shit.
I'll go in the Kentucky Derby.
Absolutely.
Try to go for the Triple Crown.
Absolutely. Did you see the excitement that I saw that I gave when I saw my horses win?
Yeah.
Now look at my excitement when I won the finals and won the finals MVP.
The hell with basketball.
Exactly.
The hell. All right.
Going back home.
Speaking of the Nuggets, they beat the Grizzlies 136-119. Spurs beat the Blazers 112-101. Thunder beat the Clippers 120-110, and Suns beat the Mavericks 112-107. Which he was robbed in 2016. He should have won that. Aaron Gordon should have won that in 2016. I don't care what anybody says.
It's when it was still fun to watch.
Yeah.
Now they just need to just cut it. Period. Just let it go.
Actually, you know what? I think we were watching it. I think I was home for that. I think you and I was watching that together. I was home for that.
Possibly. Where was it?
We were in the man cave.
No shit. But where was the All-Star game?
In 2016? Gosh.
That's 10 years ago, bro. That's too far. You can handle that one.
Well, all I know was me, you, and Galen. And little big brother was like, Aaron Gordon got robbed.
I believe so.
Because when he did the 360 grabbing the ball from the Orlando mascot when the Orlando mascot was spinning.
Yeah.
That And I mean, you're hearing Kenny Smith saying, "Let's go home, let's go home." I'm like, it should have ended right there. Thank you, appreciate you. It was in Houston, Tejas.
You know, that's something different. That's what the dunk contest is about. Bringing some creativity to it, not replicating dunks that I've seen in the early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it before.
But
what can you do though? Again, what can you do if you didn't see it and done it all? What?
But here's the thing: the duplicator is not as good as the originator because I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
You try to duplicate a Sean Kemp dunk, only Sean Kemp can do that.
Well, if we're gonna talk about that, let's talk about the guy who threw a ball inside the damn rim wearing a fucking cape, and they crowned him a dunk contest winner. Where was the dunk? Where was it? Anybody can jump and throw a ball in well, not everyone,
there was no dunk.
Thank you. Oh, the dude that slipped and damn near broke his head. Oh my God.
You try very hard not to laugh.
I don't give a damn. That shit was funny.
But damn it, he ate it.
Oh, swoop, bam. You know, and then on the since we're talking about dunk winners who shouldn't have won for a dunk they did, let's talk about Blake Griffin. Let's talk about that guy. Did he really jump over a car? No.
He jumped over the hood. It would be one thing if he actually jumped over the moonroof. The man jumped over the hood.
Now, was that interesting? Yes. Call it he jumped over the hood. Then I can be like, okay, yeah. A car? No. Am I being a little picky? Maybe. But Dwight Howard, Blake Griffin, I don't know. I don't know.
I'll just say this. Kobe Bean Bryant jumped over and cleared a car coming at him.
People are going to say that's AI. People are going to say that's AI.
AI was not around back then.
I know, but I know.
Him and Ronnie Turioff. And I think it was a bet. And Kobe's like, you trust your boy. Now, I don't know how fast the car was going, but Kobe Bryant jumped over and cleared a moving car coming at him. It's on the net somewhere. And you see Ronnie Turioff grabbing the money to give to Kobe Bean Bryant.
Oh, stop it.
We have missed the Oos Comedy Hour, folks, on the Mizzle and Dub Show, and he is coming in rare form. In rare form. Let me tell you. On the court tonight, of course, we know that Wardell will not be playing tonight. Lakers and Warriors, final home game for the Warriors before they play the Portland Trailblazers in the play-in game. Of course, the regular season comes to an end on Sunday the 12th. Heat Raptors in Toronto, Bulls against the Wizards in D.C., Pacers and Nets in Brooklyn, Celtics and Knicks at the Garden in the Mecca.
Ooh,
that's on Prime Video. Sixers and Rockets at 5 p.m. Close out your basketball tonight. Again, on the ice tonight, we're just going over again one more time. Sharks and Ducks in Anaheim, Golden Knights against the Kraken, Maple Leafs against the Islanders, Blue Jackets and Sabres, Lightnings, Canadians, Panthers, Senators, Flyers and Red Wings, Penguins and the Devils, Jets and the Blues, Hurricanes and the Blackhawks, Wild against the Stars.
It's a good question.
Okay. It is because Stephen A. really talking about running for office And Matt Barnes basically come out saying, you are not the same guy that we have come to know. Then, of course, Stephen A. responds. Matt Barnes responds.
In only Stephen A. fashion.
Yeah. Then, out of nowhere, freaking Pat Beverly decides he wants to run his mouth. And then Matt Barnes says to get on Pat Beverly.
When does Pat Bev not have an opinion?
True, but it's like you always say about Benito, what the F is a Bad Bunny? Who the hell is Patrick Beverly? Now, I know who Patrick Beverly is, folks, but
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
But who are you to say something? You were a journeyman player for your whole entire career, jumping from team to team, and you kept jumping from team to team because you could not shut up. I rest my case. But it's like, and then I show the picture of Steven from Django, Samuel Jackson's character, and a side by side of Stephen A. Smith, and I was told to go to timeout. But neither.
No, TG told you to go back to bed.
Yeah, that too. But I was like, I gotta get ready for work now. I can't.
Oh God, this is a classic.
But, however, I don't know. OPP. We've gone 90 by we've gone 90 by nature.
Seems that way.
Yes. I was going to say something and lost my train of thoughts. Okay, so right now, just getting an article that the Department of Justice is investigating the National Football League for potential anti-competitive practices.
Excuse me?
The Justice Department is investigating the NFL for potential anti-competitive practices, according to a government official.
We talking about practice, man?
Not a game. Not a game.
Practice?
Practice, man.
Which they really don't do in the first place.
Factual.
So what are we doing?
Miss Jody, that is about the most accurate comment you just put up. That one, yeah.
We sit here talking about practice.
Not a game. Not a game.
Not
a game.
You cried about 2-a-days. Cool. All right. Oh, we're in packs too much. Why are we hitting so hard? Now you get what? One padded practice a week, if that. Everything is walkthroughs and so what are we complaining about now? Now I got to hit the Cody Rhodes. What are we talking about now?
And you don't like Cody.
Not even film study, but practice. They do more of that than practice.
And some of them still can't play right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But again, as it is in our shop, if you scan that QR code, we have a shirt that says, but what do we know?
Yep.
Don't know nothing. Don't know nothing at all.
See what we got here. LeBron James is king of the court. Do you see him in the playoffs taking a G League team to the finals? He's done it before in his prime, but got swept. 2017, but I'm still.
I'm not trying to fall out of my chair from laughter, folks.
I don't know how to respond to that.
You just laugh.
I mean, I don't know. Do they get Reeves and Luka back in the playoffs?
That I don't know.
That will determine what I can say about that. But LeBron leading, I've been seeing a lot of film of LeBron falling and screaming and crying and missing open layups and stuff like this. So
I told you, Vlade Divac.
Oh no! Well,
taught him well at the Vlade Divac School of Flopping Academy.
Wait, there was one video I see. The man went to the rack. He went to lay up the ball, clearly missed, fell down, and kind of like slid into the cameraman and gave the best Oscar performance I've ever seen. Was he looking for a foul?
Miss Jody, that would be greatly appreciated if you could do that. we would greatly appreciate that. Absolutely. All right. Back
practice. Bro, practice.
Back to the article. The official who was not authorized to discuss an ongoing investigation by name
and it's an official that complained
and spoke on conditions of anonymity Thursday, said the investigation is about affordability for consumers and creating an even playing field for providers. The instigation was first reported by the Wall Street Journal. The NFL has not received a notification that the league is being investigated, according to two other people with knowledge of the situation. Those people spoke on conditions of anonymity because they are not authorized to speak on possible legal matters. The investigation comes amid increasing federal scrutiny of the amount of money fans are paying to watch sports on television. Now that I will agree with 1,200%. All right.
Practice.
The Federal Communications Commission, for example, is seeking public comments on the ongoing shift of live sports from broadcasting channels to streaming services. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure him and Vlade have been putting in some extra time. I'm sure. The NFL said in a statement Thursday that 87% of its games are available on broadcast television, including all that are played in the team's local market. Now, I will say that is fairly accurate. The NFL's media distribution model is the most fan and broadcaster friendly in the entire sport and entertainment industry. No, it is not, because you still have blackouts.
Yep.
So, lift the blackout rule.
I thought they did that.
No, okay. No. NFL did. No, okay. My point is, okay, if you have an NFL Plus subscription, you should be able to watch the games live and not wait 90 minutes to watch the damn replay.
Right.
And you should
That's crazy.
And you should be able to replay the game on YouTube, but you can't. All right. The NFL's media distribution model, okay. The NFL's media distribution model is the most fan and broadcaster friendly in the entire sports and entertainment industry. And the A's just shut out the Yankees and take 2 of 3 from the Yankees in the Bronx.
Good job, A's. Good job.
1-0 the final score. As now the A's will now go to Flushing, Queens to take on the Metropolitans.
That should be interesting.
Yeah, very much so. All right, now back to the jokes. The 2025 season was our most viewed since 1989 and reflects the strength of the NFL's distribution model and its wide availability to all fans, the league said in a statement. Utah Senator Mike Lee, chair of the Senate Judiciary Subcommittee on Antitrust, Competition Policy, and Consumer Rights, wrote a letter to the Justice Department and Federal Trade Commission on March 3rd, urging them to review whether the NFL's distribution methods are in line with the Sports Broadcasting Act, which grants limited antitrust immunity to allow teams to collectively license game broadcasts to national networks. The NFL aired games last season on CBS, NBC, ABC/ESPN/ESPN Plus, Fox, NFL Network, Amazon Prime Video, Netflix, and YouTube TV. The Sports Broadcasting Act exemption passed in 1961 only applies to broadcast television. Courts have ruled in the past that it does not apply to other medias, including cable, satellite, and streaming. The Sports Broadcasting Act includes a rule allowing blackouts of local games, which still applies to out-of-market packages sold by the league. The NFL ended local TV blackouts, which applied to games within 75 miles of a team's market if they did not sell out 72 hours before kickoff after the 2014 season.
Interesting.
Very much so.
But practice? I don't get it. I don't get it. You don't do it. Paid millionaires. I'll never get it.
Maybe it's just not meant for me to understand. I don't know.
That I'll go with.
I just don't know.
Not all of them.
Tell us how you really feel, Miss Jody.
Right?
My goodness. My goodness.
But yes, as my brother said earlier, do you see the QR code up there if you'd like to get some Mizzle and Dub Show gear, which I am working on putting some more new gear in there. And the website is up, and the Mizzle and Dub Show website will be back up soon. It had to take a hiatus for a little bit, but yes, we'll get everything back up and running here.
Well, with that said, appreciate you guys for buying some gear at the Jabbot.
Yes.
And we'll continue to buy in the future reference. But for now, I want to say thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you to Miss Jody. Thank you to Mr. Oos. Certainly appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We'll be back this weekend. But also, A7FL will be back this weekend, which means
the
Mizzle and Dub Show, A7 show.
Yes.
To cover week 4. A big matchup in the league is the BIC taking on the Silk City Animals. Can David Tender finally get over that BIC hump?
I picked the Animals to win, and no disrespect to BIC because they are the defending champs.
There it is. I was waiting for it. There it is.
Oh man. But the BIC is they are the defending champions.
They're the champs.
I'm believing in Mr. Tender. I'm just believing in and talking to him, off the show and everything like that. But I'm looking for a good game. I think it's going to be fantastic.
Well, like I wish
it was a 10 o'clock game because I could watch it in full length, but I'll be on the road. I'll get to see some of it before getting to work. So, but I'll be listening.
Well, I definitely will have the laptop with me as I'll be trying to watch it as I call the games. Of course, we got an interesting game out here. A lot of ish talking from the Stealth. Can they back it up against the Wolfpack? That remains to be seen. We won't know.
I mean, I don't know why you want to anger an already pissed off pack of wolves. So
it's not right for your health, but again,
no.
What do I know? I just commentate and co-host podcasts. That's what I do.
I think we may be able to get a player on from the Insomniacs after that game.
I do know this. You can always get live with 2-5, and he'll.
Well, see, that's not 2-5 is not like a guest. It's like saying Munchie is a guest on the show. No, neither one of them two are a guest.
Well, you know what? If Prime continues to play, we might need to get Prime on the show.
That's who I was talking about.
Okay, well, say less. All right. Well,
I'm steps ahead of you, brother.
You normally are. But with that said, I'm going to go take a nap because I do got to go to work later on tonight. But appreciate you guys for joining us on this 5 away from 400 episodes, and also 2 months away from celebrating our 6-year anniversary of doing this podcast. That is the Mizzle and Dub Show. So we hope you continue. Yes, and thank you for finding us entertaining. But again, we do this show for you guys. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate your guys' feedback, and of course, we enjoy doing this podcast for you. Vote for Mizzle. Vote for Mizzle. But anyhow, as the graduating nephew, soon to be a legal adult age, will take this home. As you have been watching episode, I do need some sleep. You're correct. Absolutely, I do, and that's going to come up very, very soon. But good night to you too. But for Mizzle and Mr. Grogu, who's going to be in a movie very, very soon, I'm the bald-headed Blaxican Kryptonian saying thank you for watching. And it's 5 o'clock some damn where. And you've been watching the Mizzle and Dub Show. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday.
You definitely need some sleep. Getting tongue twisted.
You want to smell like me?
Yes, it's cabbage.
Yeah. Chicks dig it. Oh! Enjoy your Thursday. What kind of shape?